Hi, I'm Jennifer Malabar. I'm a lawyer, and I've been working as a lawyer for 10 years with the Ministry of the Attorney General. There, I have litigated on behalf of Ontarians, health and safety litigation, environmental litigation, and criminal prosecutions. I'm also a wife and a mom with 2 beautiful children. For the past 3 years, I've been teaching part-time at Sheridan College, where I teach in their paralegal program. I teach a class in tribunals practice and procedure, and also in paralegal practice management. So I get to take all that advocacy experience that I have and be able to give it to these students and teach them what it is that I know about advocacy. My family has been in the costume business since the early 1900s, and my dad sort of carried on that tradition running a costume store in Winnipeg. Yeah, it is pretty fun to grow up in a costume store, but it was also a lot of hard work. I don't even remember when I started helping out, and I'm sure that's because I was so young. We started by shining shoes. Shining shoes was the first job you got, and I remember my dad would give me a quarter for every pair of shoes that I shined. Running a small business is a lot of work, and my dad worked very hard. My dad worked 7 days a week, and from very early in the morning till late at night, he would shut the store himself. What I learned mostly from my dad is a really strong work ethic. I've always been politically active my entire life. Starting from the time I was very young, my parents were involved in the Liberal Party, and they brought us out canvassing and knocking on doors and handing out pamphlets. And I've sort of carried that on with my own children, where Aria's been involved since she was born with the Liberal Party knocking on doors and getting out the vote. More than raising your kids in a political environment, it's raising your kids in a way that you're teaching them about the world around them. When I bring her canvassing and when I bring her to political events, really what I'm trying to do is show her that it's important to be a strong member of your community, that it's important to be involved in your community, that it's important to take a leading role in your community. My family decided to move to Oakville because we wanted a great place to raise our children. One of the things that I love about Oakville is that we have world-class restaurants, stores, and shops, and we have world-class festivals here right in our own little town. My daughter does dance class, gymnastics, piano, taught by some of the best professionals in the business. I'm glad that I found a place where my kids can have that high-quality education. It's really quite a unique community and an amazing place to live. About 3 years ago, I had a kidney transplant. I found out I was sick when I was pregnant with my daughter Aria. By the time I had Aria, I had about 50% kidney function left. I was really lucky because my husband was a match for me, and he gave me one of his kidneys. So I never had to sit on a donor waiting list. I was one of the lucky ones. Right now, there's 1,500 Ontarians waiting for a life-saving organ. And that inspired me to start Oakville Be a Donor and to raise awareness about the need for more registered organ donors. I know that Canadians are a compassionate people, and I know that we've lost our way in the last few years. And I want to bring Canada back to its core, back to the compassionate society that I know that it is. A compassionate society takes care of the most vulnerable of its citizens. A compassionate society cares about the environment. A compassionate society has a strong healthcare system. And a compassionate society has a solid education system. Oakville needs a candidate that's a clear alternative to Terrence Young and the Stephen Harper Conservatives. Justin Trudeau has brought a real energy for change in politics to Canada. We need new voices, new faces, and new ideas in Ottawa.